trusted allies. I'm feeling many things, and I'm not sure how many of them actually belong to me, so I am self-isolating. Also, I'm taking my super puff off before I get all sweaty. I've been sitting here warming up my Kia for the past little bit. I just smoked a blunt and listened to a wise southern woman on YouTube talk about things. So I just went and got a pedicure, so that was pretty nice. I got pink. I'd show you, but I don't want to pull my toes out of my Uggs right now. Yeah, so that was cool, and I used a gift card to pay for it. And what else? I just, I feel I'm being a bitch because there's one thing that I want. I want it. It's fully rooted in ego, but, also my soul knows that, there's a lot of potential there, but, I want this one thing more than anything else on planet Earth, and it is not my job to chase it. It is my job to receive it and stay ready for when it is ready to appear in my life. And I thought this would take maybe 5 days. back a few months ago, I was like, oh, 5 days, no problem. No, it's been months, and this has happened before, it's like I've been separated from this person before, and I fully moved on with my life, and then they came back, and I was like, okay, I don't want to lose you again, and then now they're gone, and I'm like, well, when are you coming back? Oh, and so, the thing, how I've spoken about this before is because I feel like him and I are King Henry and Anne Boleyn incarnate, okay? And I've said, back in the day, before there was cell phones, before we could, go through his likes for breakfast, not that I do that anymore, but old me did, when I was, 18, me, but anyways, Anne Boleyn could not go through his likes for breakfast, okay? She was busy. She had to stay busy while King Henry was off doing his thing, and, did he, fuck around and do some shit? Yeah, for sure, 100%. But that was out of her control, so she didn't worry about it. When King Henry was home, that's when she was worried about him. But if he's not in front of her, she's like, okay, what can I do? I mean, it was Anne Boleyn, so she did sit around scheming, plotting. But I am better than that, I feel like I spend a bit too much time in suffering, because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, why did you show it to me if I can't have it? I don't get it. I don't get it, and I just, I have no desire to go back to the streets, and sorry, I have tarot cards, we're gonna do a whole tarot reading, but I'm just talking to you guys about my feelings at this point, and, I don't know, so, I don't have Instagram, the only social media platforms I have are Tumblr and YouTube right now, and so I share a lot of my life with Tumblr, and, I joke about on there, because I haven't even been kissed since October 2023, that's crazy, the hottest girl is not sharing her energy with anyone, okay? And that is the secret, actually. But I'm like, okay, there's a quote, and it's I love my solitude, but I was meant to be a lover, and that's how I feel. I'm like, okay, I have so much love to give, and I need someone who's ready to receive it. Because sorry, I'm all over the place right now, but I get so irate with my father, because it's he wants to treat me like an employee, and it's he has a very minimal capacity to receive the love I have to give to him. Even I'll pick Apollo, my cat, up sometimes, and I'll go stand by my dad, and I'll be like, oh, come say hi to your grandpa, and I'll be like, oh my god, we love you so much, and my dad will literally get irate, and he'll be like, don't slam my garage door, which is something he says that I do. And I'm like, okay, well, if I don't close it firmly, then the door stays open and my cats could get outside. So I don't know. This man is just miserable. Whatever. And so I just really got mad at him. I was like, okay, you have a problem with trying to receive the love I'm trying to give. And he's like, don't turn this into something it isn't. And I'm like, I literally was trying to show you affection, and then you got mad at me for slamming a garage door. So I'm like, you're turning it into something it isn't. Why can't you just receive the love? Why can't you just show me love? And why can't you accept what I'm trying to give you? Why is that so hard for you? Because you don't feel worthy of it. And that has been I made a video about this forever ago, but the way it was shown to me is that if you go to the mall and you you don't look so good, maybe you're not wearing makeup, you're wearing sweatpants, whatever, and you go into a store Louis Vuitton, and the people won't even look at you because they don't think that they can afford your product. But it's also maybe you might not even go in there because you don't feel worthy of it. You don't feel aligned to that thing, so you're not open, you're not receptive to it. And that is the problem. People don't feel worthy. Literally, God loves to play games with me. Like, I had my messages off on Tumblr for a hot little minute. Like, I had it set to, like, only people that I follow could message me, but I turned it off because I was like, I just need some entertainment. I'm like, what do the people have to say? And so one of the most random weird messages I got was I posted a photo of me holding a giant sandwich, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and they messaged it to me. They're like, you're the kind of woman I strive for, like, I just want you to know that I don't feel good enough for you and stuff. And I'm like, God is literally just showing this to me, like, as a joke, you know what I mean? Because, like, that is how people feel, and it has nothing to do with you if someone doesn't feel worthy. I used to have this problem too, like, even, like, before I felt really confident in myself, like, before, like, when I weighed, like, 30 pounds heavier, you know, and, like, I just, like, I didn't have it all figured out, people still wanted to give me love. Like, I probably could have been married with children right now if I wanted to, but, like, with someone who was not aligned with me at all, because people were trying to give me love, and I just wasn't able to receive it. You know, I didn't feel good enough for it, so I was just like, oh, no, like, all I'm good for is a fuck. And so that was my life, and now I'm, like, on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's like, I only want to share my body with the person I'm going to marry. Like, what I did in an old earth, I did in an old earth, and I went around and I learned a lot about myself through sharing my body with other people. And now, in a new earth, ain't no miles on this here new body. I hesitated halfway through saying that because I don't know if I got the lyrics right, but it's true. I've not shared my body with anyone. That's crazy. I am gorgeous. I'm 26 years old. I'm gorgeous. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm so intelligent. And I have no one to share all this with. It's crazy. Like, I mean, I have, like, friends, whatever, but it's like, it doesn't make sense, you know? And so, okay, another thing too, sorry, my brain is going off on all kinds of tangents right now. But so one person on Tumblr messaged me. This is kind of the original point I was trying to make before I went on a fucking whatever. Someone on Tumblr messaged me and they're just like, hey, like, so are you, like, religious? Are you saving yourself for marriage or what? Because I'll, like, talk about the fact that, like, I haven't had sex in, like, a hot ass little minute. And then so I explained my whole story, being like, yeah, like, when I was really young, I was out here wild and doing all kinds of crazy shit. And then when I was, like, 20, I was assaulted by multiple men at the same time. And then so I went to the hospital, I went to the police, I did a kit, I gave a statement. They took 3 years to test the kit. They found multiple DNA profiles. They had me identify photos out of a line of suspects. And then nothing ever happened. It's been almost 6 years, nothing ever happened, and, like, all this trauma still lives inside my body. I don't know the names of the men who did this to me. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they're doing. And so I've just had to live with that. And so, like, you know, after that, my relationship with intimacy totally changed. And, like, also I've gone through this, like, crazy spiritual awakening where it basically just has been promised to me that, like, if you do the work, like, you are going to be given, like, a relationship that is supposed to change the world. Like, you are supposed to heal people with your love. That is my purpose. That is my mission. That's what I'm here to do, right? So I just keep doing the work, but also I'm like, God, like, I've been doing this for a few years now. Like, can you stop dangling things in front of my face and whatever? But anyways, okay. And then so I explain my whole story to this person, and I'm like, yeah, no, I feel called to wait. And I'm like, you know, I've said this before, like, I feel like my energy is fractured sometimes because I'm lacking that sexual expression, but, like, all I can do is wait and trust that it will show up when it's meant to. Like, like, it's been so long, like, when you've held your energy to yourself for that long, it's like, I can't just give this to anyone. You know, it's like I'm making a bigger deal about this than I did about losing my actual virginity, which is crazy. But that's how I feel. Like, I only want to be with one person for the rest of my life, I think. And so anyways, this person is like, I really think, like, you need to get a friend to help you with this problem. Who are you to tell me how to live my life? It's like, you're not even considering anything that I just told you. Like, think about it. Like, really put yourself in my shoes and be like, oh, this girl, like, endured all of this trauma. Like, she went through that, and then she went through, like, a year and a half of keeping her energy to herself. So, you know, it's like, what? So who are you to tell me? So I blocked that person. I'm like, that's weirdo shit. This is a woman, by the way. It's like, you know, who are you to tell me how to live my life? And, like, to tell you, like, you're not even thinking about what's good for me. So, and some people will take other people's advice so seriously, and that's why I get angry about this stuff, because it's like, whenever anyone tells me anything, I'm just like, I really didn't ask. If anyone says the words to me, you should, and you're not paying me, like, you're not my boss, or, like, you're not, like, my significant other, I don't care. I call my parents on this all the time. They always say, like, you should. I don't care. I don't want my life to look like yours. So unless I want my life to look like yours, again, yeah, or you're my boss, do not tell me what I should do. And so, yeah, so, anyways, so I've just been kind of, like, going about life and, like, doing what I can, controlling, you know, doing, like, what's in my control, focusing on all of that, The Eight of Wands is haunting us. This just came out in reverse though, so maybe this is like, usually this is like forward movement, so in the reverse I'm like, oh well, I'm just holding the deck upside down, so we're gonna put it right side up because I was holding the deck upside down. But anyways, I hope that fucking needs action, because when I pulled these cards out of the box, you know, it was stuck in the Two of Cups. You know, what was stuck in the box was the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So that is like literally like paralysis and movement. So I'm like, okay, well that makes sense, because that's kind of how I feel. It's like I'll leave the house and I'll be like, I'm gonna go sit at Starbucks and fucking work. And I'm just gonna sit there and work. And then I'm like sitting there for 15 minutes because I can't decide which Starbucks I want to go to. And I'm like, do I even want to go to Starbucks? Do I want to go to the mall? And then maybe I'll drive around for like 20 minutes just to fucking, like, I just dilly-dally. And I'm like, I know what I should be doing right now, but I'm like, ugh. And just like even my surroundings, I look at them and I'm like, oh, this is just like not satisfying to me. Like, I know that I want more and better than this. And like, you know, generally, like, I'm like a pretty like happy, like positive person or whatever. But like lately, I feel like I'm tapping into King Henry's energy, and I'm like, damn, like this man is not happy in his surroundings right now. And I have theories of what's gonna happen, because I thought that I would hear from him on my birthday, and I didn't. And to me that was weird, because like on his birthday I literally, like, we hadn't spoken in a while and I just called him out of the blue, like FaceTimed him, and we had like a hot little FaceTime date, like not even like crazy or anything, but we probably just talked about nerdy shit like Star Wars for hours, and to me that's a really hot date. But anyways, yeah, I called him on his birthday, so I don't know, that was my expectation, and I was disappointed as a result because I had expectations. But now I'm like, because he'll text me on the most random holidays. One time he's like, tell your mom Happy Mother's Day, and I was like, oh, so you're not gonna tell me Happy Mother's Day? Like, I'm literally the future mother of your children. But anyways, so Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I think there's a person in their car over there watching me. But anyways, so Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so I'm curious to see. My theory is like perhaps he will text me and say all the things I was hoping he would say on my birthday, and then I'll have to like hit him with the 1-2 punch and be like, oh damn, like, haha, that's awesome, but did you forget my birthday? But the energetic gurus that I watch have suggested, like, they're like, don't stab them with the sword, you know, like, just the person is here. So, and in some sense it does kind of give me a one-up, because like if he were to show up on my birthday and like give me everything I've ever wanted, like that would be too perfect, you know? It's like in a new earth, women are, I don't want to say we're better than men, but it's just like it's the woman's time to shine. It is. So, you know, in our old lifetime it was King Henry's time to shine, but this time around it's Anne's time. The Eight of Cups, lots of eights, and his birthday is May 8th. He's a Taurus. I miss him so much, dude. I think about him all the fucking time, and it's so annoying because I'm like, oh, I just want to be like locked in, but I can't stop thinking about this man. And even if I stop thinking about him, like the universe will send me, like, he has like a name that, like, not a common name. I mean, he's named after his dad, but like, and I'll just see it randomly. I'm like, what the fuck? Or just like anything. Like, I'll open Pinterest all the time and my whole entire feed is just like these cute little cartoons, and like there's a little guy that actually kind of looks like him, and it'll just be like, love is, and it's just, you know, like little examples of like what love is to different people. And a lot of them I'm like, oh my god, it's us. Like, I literally have a Pinterest board full of, like, you know, whenever the algorithm sends me a sign, I save it to there. And of course, yeah, like naturally the algorithm then will create like an echo chamber, but I swear to you, like if I don't save anything for a hot little minute, and then, you know, it's like they want me thinking about him, like always through music I will get signs, or like, yeah, through the internet. The Knight of Cups is here too. So yeah, I just feel like Valentine's Day is gonna be juicy. I feel like I'm gonna get answers to questions that I've been waiting for ever. But like, I mean, I have had work to do in this interim, I can't lie. Here's the Three of Cups. So yeah, this is like community coming together. Even if not my man, I want like a community of besties, you know what I mean? Like, where are my people at? That's just how I feel about it. What's this? The Three of Wands. I swear, if my psychic senses are wrong, because I was sad, I won't lie, on my birthday. Like, imagine that. Imagine how I would feel, okay? I love this person so much, and he knows that. And he literally has told me, he's like, I have had visions of us being really old and sitting in a garden. Like, he's like motherfucking like Don Corleone. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel. Like, whenever we talk, it's like, you just like, if you're tapped in psychically, if you have a lot of water energy, whatever, you will know this. But it's like when you talk to someone and you can like sense, like, okay, like our higher selves are somewhere else doing something bigger and better right now, you know? Like, I don't want anyone else but him. So I'm like, it's not that he doesn't want me, but again, it's like that he doesn't feel worthy. So I'm like, why do you not feel worthy? Like, why? But again, I've been there, and sometimes it's hard for me. I think this is like the Pisces Venus savior complex. I just cut the deck, and there's the Ace of Cups, if that tells you anything. But yeah, Pisces Venus savior complex, where I'm like, I want to be the one who is responsible for your healing. Like, I haven't dated a lot of people, but when I lived in Vancouver, I was dating this guy that literally this man was like taking money from me. Like, it was crazy. It was like I was just addicted to being like abused at that point. But anyways, okay, so this man, why was I telling you about him? Damn, this really just disappeared from my head. Domingo. That was his name. Is his name. Anyways, so he had a whole sob story, you know, like he was like, oh, my brother died and all this stuff, and like, I don't know, I just felt it was my responsibility to help him see the brighter side of life. But it was like, at that point in time, I was not even taking care of myself. Like, I did not even have shit figured out for myself, and I was trying to solve everything for this man. And I used to, like, literally up until like last year, I was like that. And so I really had to like come into my own and just be like, okay, no, like, I need to focus on me. Like, I need to lock in. Like, your problems are your problems, and if you are receptive to solutions and you ask me for help, like, I am here to support you. But like, I can't help you if you do not want to receive what I have to offer. And what I have to offer is of great value. And like, in a new earth, that's what I'm talking about. Like, people will see, like, women and our intuition, we're going to start to be taken a lot more seriously, is how I feel. Okay, what is this card? The Page of Cups. You see all these cups? Bitch, the last reading I did, it was all swords, the truth. So people saw the truth, and it made them a little bit angry, perhaps. And then is when you get angry, you take inspired action. That's that Eight of Wands. Okay, these are like raise your vibration cards. I'm just gonna shuffle these and see what comes out, because I need to raise my vibration a little bit. Like, I'm just like, I want to feel happy before you know, before this man comes and like tells me all the things I've been waiting for him to tell me. But I'm like, fuck. I don't know, I'm just like, I'm bored. I'm in my Four of Cups, bitch. I'm bored. Like, give me something. Because the whole time, I'm like, I just want something to look forward to. Like, I'm like, can we, you know, like, plan a trip or something? Like, can we do, like, I'm like, I'll buy a plane ticket to come see you. And he's like, no, I'm not ready. I need to have $1 bajillion so I can treat you like a princess. And I'm like, okay, if you insist. If it has to be that way, I guess it has to be that way. Okay. I'm just gonna... I make way for miracles. So that's where I'm at right now. Like how I was saying, you know, random bitches on Tumblr are like, oh, you know, you should find a little friend and like, you know, like you should just go have sex and you'll feel so much better. Like, maybe in some respects, like I would get some instant gratification, but like also no. Like I am different. I'm not like you bitches. I can't just do things the normal way. I have to do them the Halian way. And that means I'm a life path number 1, and I'm an Aquarius, so stop. And this just like backflipped out of the deck. My sexuality is sacred, so that's a sign from God right there that I am making the right choices, that I am doing the right thing. Thank you, God. Actually, and I was just scrolling on Tumblr too, and I saw it was like a photo of like condoms, and they had printed on them like, protect me from what I want. So yeah, God is protecting me from what I want, which is like to feel loved in the moment. But it's like love never leaves me, so as long as I can tap into that and remind myself of that, then like, you know, it's okay. I spend a little bit of time suffering, but that's just the human in me. It's like I have to do that, but like love is on its way, and like I said, it never leaves me. But like good sex is on its way. And like a happy, healthy family. I woke up from my dream this morning. I've just been needing to sleep so much, and that's because I had a baby. I don't know. In my dreams, I had a baby that I was carrying around. Healing myself heals my lineage. I think I pulled that out in the last reading too. So yeah, like it's like I'm healing things ancestrally, and I am being a generational curse breaker, so that I will make sure that, you know, like the children I have do not end up like I was yapping on Tumblr. Living with purpose brings me prosperity. Hell yeah, it does. I was yapping on Tumblr, and I was like, I literally have a vision of like I want to work at, like, you know, I want to settle down. I want to have like a nice cozy little house with my man and like some kids and whatever, and like I'll probably always be like a writer or an editor in like some capacity, but also like I want to like read books to kids at the local library, and I want to do some sort of like Sunday school, Sunday service, spiritual healing type thing, because like Self-Care Sunday has been my whole like thing through this whole entire journey. So yeah, I don't know, that's just like where I see, that's what I picture happening in a new earth. I just don't know where I'm going to end up living and when this man is going to be ready to start making babies, because girl, I'm ready. He planted the seed. You can't not come collect the harvest. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I did bring another tarot deck that I haven't opened, but we're just gonna keep shuffling the mermaids and talking to them, because I don't know, my mom came to get a pedicure with me, and I was like nonverbal the whole entire time, because I'm just like, oh, like anything you have to say is like not super interesting to me, which is like, that sounds rude, but it's just like the things she talks about, like I'm like, they're not very positive. Look at this, another 8, strength. I make way for miracles. I stay ready. There's no place quite like here. There's no better time than now. So, okay. Another card just did a backflip, but it went back in the deck. Yeah, I like, I don't know. I know I sound crazy. And like, that's kind of why, like, I'm glad that I don't have too many people that I have to explain myself to. And I don't want to explain myself to people, because people don't listen. I only want to put the energy into really explaining myself to someone who's going to listen and understand and give like a thoughtful response, you know? Like that's what I'm looking for. Connection. Okay, can I get like one more card to wrap this up, please? Yeah, oh, there's 2 here. Okay. The Page of Swords, so we got some swords still, some truths, and the Queen of Wands. So truth brings great sex. That's what I'm saying. Okay. The Devil. The Devil also brings good sex on some level, but the Devil is what's keeping us from great sex. The Devil is keeping us sad, in pain, alone, suffering. Okay. Love you guys so much. This is almost at 2222, so I'm just like, I'm gonna wait until then. What can I tell you in the meantime? I can tell you that God loves you, and I love you. And a fun fact about VeggieTales is that the show's creator's mom suggested that Jesus should never be portrayed as a vegetable. I learned that recently, and I thought it was true. Okay, bye.